Hello and welcome back to another fantastic session. Today we have right now with us Selena D, who is an entrepreneur, international speaker. She's a virtual summit expert and founder of HypnoBiz. HypnoBiz is the first global hypnotherapy conference that launched in New York, Canada, and Australia in less than a year. And she is providing through this conference, she's providing hypnotherapists with resources and trainings to advance their career via international online trainings, memberships, and masterminds. So in this presentation, Selena is going to give us her tips on how to grow your hypnosis business online. And if you're among those who are like a coach or a therapist struggling to earn consistent income in your practice, or if you're finding it hard in today's world to make ends meet or to be profitable, then this presentation is for you. So Selena, thank you so much for saying yes to our invitation, and I'm looking forward to learn from you how to make it big in today's world with our hypnosis practice.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Fantastic. So, Selena, tell us what is or how can we grow our hypnosis business online in today's world?
Well, great question. And the first thing I would say is that you have to see yourself as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. A lot of hypnotherapists, therapists, coaches in general, they see themselves as the coach first, as the hypnotherapist first. And what I tell hypnotherapists is that you want to see yourself as that coach and also a business owner. There's a saying in show business that without the business, there is no show. And the same holds true for hypnotherapists. You can learn all the skills, all the techniques, all the strategies possible. You can hang up your 30th, certification, but if you don't have any clients to perform those skills on, you will be out of business and you will be a struggling hypnotherapist. And that is not what we want. We want hypnotherapists to be prosperous, successful, thriving, flourishing, book full of clients. And the way you do that is to see yourself as a hypnotherapist and a business owner.
Now, I have to tell you, many people, they abhor the business part. It's like, me selling, promoting, sleazy, yak. It's like, and like you said yourself, I can go to many classes and learn how to do stuff, but don't ask me to sell, because sell is so bad, or I don't like it, or I don't know how to do it, and it's just beyond me. So, how do you go past that? Because people, let's stop here with the question.
I think hypnotherapists have to reframe selling. Selling is service. You're providing your service to your client, to your customer, to the other person. You're helping them to have that breakthrough in their lives, right? And you should be paid accordingly. There are two things I want to talk about when I mention selling as a service.
Yeah.
Okay. One, when people pay for things, they pay attention. So by you discounting your services, giving your services away for free to family members, to colleagues or whatever, they are not going to take it as seriously anyway, because you're giving your services away for free or you're discounting your services. So not only are you doing yourself a disservice, you're doing the other person a disservice as well, because they're not going to take it seriously.
Yeah.
So they're not going to take in the suggestions, the coaching, the ideas, the tools, the strategies that you're offering them. So you are everyone's losing out in that scenario. Another
Absolutely.
thing is, view yourself as a professional. I always tell people, and this is very true, when I have appointments to see, whether it's my doctor, whether it's my lawyer, whether it's my accountant, they never say to me, "Oh, Selena, you're such a nice person. That's on the house." That was for free. They never do that. And I see my doctor, he has never said, "Oh, Selena, the checkup was great. That's on us." No, they take your insurance and they take your copay because they want to get paid, because they view themselves as professionals. So if you are
Yeah.
a hypnotherapist, you also have to view yourself as a professional, and professionals get paid for their service, for their education, for their training. Now, it's okay if you want to have this as a hobby. You can do it as a hobby, right? The definition of a hobby is you doing something that you love for free. But
Yeah.
if you are choosing to be a hypnotherapist to support yourself as an adult or support your family members or extended family members, you have to feel comfortable charging what you know that you deserve and getting paid for your service.
And I love the way you put it. And by the way, I was looking down as you're speaking because I was actually taking notes as you're speaking. And everybody, take notes, take copious notes, because it's going to be so much information in this presentation. Of course, all the other presentations. I love the way you framed it. They were so good. So, fantastic framing when you said, selling is service. And when people pay for things, they pay attention. And that is so true. Many years ago, I was talking to a friend of mine. I said, I want to do a class. I want to do a training. So I was thinking, should I ask for $100, hoping a lot of people will come, or should I ask for $700? And he said to me, don't take this the wrong way, but I go to the market with $100 just to buy grocery store, groceries and stuff. So I said, okay, fine. And then why am I saying this? Because what I've noticed personally, what I notice is the more money people paid, the better the results they had. Did you find this in your practice, Selena?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, think about it. If someone in your family had heart trouble, right, and they
Yeah.
had to see, the surgeon, would you go to a surgeon that's $150? Or would you go take your loved one to the surgeon that's like $15,000 or plus, right? So even in your own mind, you would weigh it. You would say, wait a minute, why is it so cheap? It must not be good quality. They must not have the great training. So actually positioning yourself as that
Yeah.
higher price option and giving that exceptional value, you will be seen in the market as the expert, as the go-to person. I mean, there's a reason why we also have different varieties of cars, right? So if you think, okay, I'm
Yeah.
going to get a Hyundai, you know what to expect if you get a Hyundai. Now, if you get a Mercedes-Benz 500, right, which is vast difference in price, you know that you're going to get a better quality of car. So think of pricing yourself accordingly. You do not want to be the cheapest option out there. You want to price yourself high and deliver that value, deliver that service, give your all to get that breakthrough with your client.
And you touched on a very sensitive point right here when you said deliver the value. And what would you tell people who just finished the training? Maybe there are people here who just finished a hypnosis training a few months ago, a couple of years ago, maybe some who done the hypnosis like 30 years ago. But for those who are just starting, they are always loaded with this idea that, well, I don't have so much value because I haven't been so long in the business. I mean, look at this guy, he's been doing it for 10 years or for 20 or for 30 years. And I've just been doing it for 2 years. So I don't have so much value. Therefore, when I'll have more value, which is when I'll be more years in the business, I can ask more. I cannot ask for so much in the beginning because, they associate time with value. What do you have to say to that?
Great question. And I want to tell everyone out there that every master was once a disaster. Okay. So no one didn't just start being, the top dog. It doesn't matter what they're doing. If you have trained with a reputable company, a reputable trainer, a reputable skill, okay, trust and believe in yourself that you have the knowledge and capabilities to get those breakthroughs with your clients, and price yourself accordingly. Price yourself high. Never discount your value. Now, if you say, well, okay, I think I want to learn a little more, that's great, but never compare yourself to other people that's been there 10, 20 years, because years doesn't mean they provide better value or better service to you. That's really not the case. Okay, because you don't know where they were trained, you don't know how often they're seeing people, you don't know the quality of the service that they're providing. If you believe that you have gone to a reputable school, reputable training, and you're ready to go out in the field, that's all that you need. Having that confidence and trust in yourself that you can affect someone else's life.
Right. And if they don't, then, go and see Selena, and she'll help you get more confidence in yourself.
Well,
So
before we continue, I want to say something that's really important. I'm a big
absolutely.
tennis fan. I love tennis. This is the only sport that I watch. I absolutely love tennis. And they asked a question to Roger Federer. They asked him, what's more important on the court? Is it the confidence or the skill, like the memory muscle? And he said for him personally, it's the confidence. You can have all the skills in the world, but if you're not confident that you're going to go out there and play your best, that you're going to beat your opponent, that you're going to go on to the next round or raise that championship title, all those skills will mean nothing. So dig deep in yourself and really know and truly believe it's the confidence that matters most. If you are confident in the skills that you've acquired and that you have something to offer the market, you will be successful.
Wonderful. So when we're talking about growing your hypnosis business online, what tips do you have? What suggestions do you have for those who are watching us?
Well, I want to tell everyone out there that going virtual, or at least having part of your business virtual, is the name of the game right now. If the past 16 months have shown us anything, is that when borders are closing and we can't leave our homes and do large gatherings, technology is available now that can connect us to a worldwide audience. And because technology is readily available and it's so affordable, the technology now, you can reach people all around the world, and you can actually make more income because you're not just constricted to the one person or two person that can come into your office. Now you can do group sessions, you can do workshops, you can have hundreds of people in your workshops, you can have thousands of people in your workshop. So know that you can take advantage of this technology and really put forth the effort to grow your business online. Just as an example, Tony Robbins. Most people know Tony Robbins. If you don't, look him up. He's a very popular motivational speaker, coach, and all that good stuff. He just did an online event called Own Your Future. It was back in May. And he boasted that they had 1 million people register for that event. I mean, think about that. Think about the revenue that he generated from this event. 1 million people. There's no way you can see 1 million people in your local office or in your local town. So this power of going virtually and utilizing the technology that's available to go virtually.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, like you said yourself, so important to see yourself as a business owner and entrepreneur. How about people who, they already have their main business, or they have jobs, and then they're passionate about hypnosis. Maybe they would like to go deeper with their practice, but maybe not now, because also the pandemic, doing it online. So if I already have a job which pays the rent and pays the food, but I want to grow with hypnosis. How do I identify myself as a business owner or entrepreneur if I'm an employee? Wouldn't that generate some sort of a conflict in people's minds?
Absolutely not. Most hypnotherapists have jobs before they go into hypnotherapy full time. That's just from my experience meeting other people. They kind of ease into hypnotherapy, but they had a job before. And you have to decide whether you want to do hypnotherapy full time. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. But if you do, there are some things that you can do to make that transition, to make sure that your business is success. First things first, I would say, is to really pinpoint your niche. There's a saying that the riches are in the niches. And I'm a firm believer in that. A lot of hypnotherapists, when they first start out, they want to be everything to everyone. I do weight loss, I do smoking, I do anxiety,
Yeah.
I do stress. But generalists typically don't make as much revenue as specialists. So, for example, here in the United States, I don't know how it is on other countries. Here in the United States, say, for example, if you were going to give birth, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't go to your general practitioner. You would go to an OBGYN, an obstetric gynecologist to deliver your baby, right?
Yeah.
If you were, going to get braces, you wouldn't go to your general doctor or general dentistry, right? You would go to a dentist that specializes in braces. So if you look around at society, society will show you that there are businesses that specialize. So when a person is thinking about that specialty, like, oh, I need to get this done or I need this, they will go to that specialist, not a general practitioner. And then you become really good, really great in the space. So when people think like, oh, I need a weight loss expert, of course that's so and so. I need a stop smoking expert, of course that's so and so. I need a release anxiety expert, of course that's so and so. So first thing I would say is decide whether you want this to be your full-time profession. And the next thing to do immediately is to decide on your niche. The riches are in the niches.
Yeah. And yet still, however, but what if I miss all the other people who might still need my help? If I'm only gonna take a niche and I'm gonna specialize on one thing, but I can do so much more. Am I not missing out on all the other people? Am I not doing a disservice to all the other people by not mentioning their problem since they're not in my niche?
I'm glad you said that. And that is a limiting worldview. It's a limiting worldview. You don't have to see everyone to be successful. Other people that specialize in that area, allow them to have those people, and you specialize in what you specialize in. And I'll go back to tennis because I absolutely love tennis. Roger Federer, his niche is tennis. You do not see him also playing baseball, doing soccer, playing football. Okay, you don't see him swimming. That's for Michael Phelps or other people, right?
Yeah.
He focuses on tennis. This is why he has 20 Grand Slams. So when you think about the niche, think of your favorite athlete or whomever athletes are for you or whoever else you may really admire and respect. Okay. They focus on one thing. Michael Jordan, his niche was basketball. When he tried to do baseball, as you all know, it didn't work out so well for him. And what did he do? Return back to basketball.
Yeah.
So you will specialize in this niche, get really, really great at it, and the people will come to you, and that's when you'll start earning the big bucks.
And that's so important. And so, the great comparison with big figures in sports, or like, I don't know, if you want to take, you can take also like a singer, right? If you're looking at, or an actor, people who are famous for whatever skill they have, or like even with actors, there are actors who only play the good guy or only the bad guy. And they never switch their role. Like, I don't know, Tom Hanks, he's never been playing a negative character in a movie. He's always been playing the good character. Whereas some others, they only played the bad character, but that's their niche, and so important that you make this distinction about, how to identify your niche and know that you're always being called for that. Now, let me ask you, how does social media play into all this? What are like the top skills or top areas that we should focus? Because social media is like a ginormous thing, it's like you today, in today's world, if you say social media, you might as well just say, I don't know, the universe. It's that big. So what would you suggest people should focus on when it comes to social media and to marketing?
I am so glad that you asked this question. This is a great question because a lot of hypnotherapists are afraid of social media.
Yeah.
A lot of hypnotherapists are afraid of social media. They didn't grow up with social media. They may be older, the younger generation are really into social media and mastering social media. And here's what I will say to you from a person that wasn't on social media just 4 years ago. So now I'm on social media all the time. Your clients, your audience, your customers are on social media. So if you are not on social media, you are going to miss them. They're
Yeah.
not going to be exposed to you and your products and your services. And the other fellow that's on social media, that's who's going to get all the business and all the work. Your customers are there. It's like they're all at a party and you're outside the party and you're looking at all of them through the glass, like, what's going on in there? Okay.
Yeah.
And you're left out of the party. No one wants to be left out of the party. Okay. So look at it as that, not like a chore or something for you to do, like, oh, I hate this social media. This is where my clients are. And if I'm going to be successful in my space, and if I want to have clients and customers all over the world, this is where I need to be. Now, as Eugene said, social media is like the universe is so large. You don't have to be on every medium. Choose a platform where your ideal clients are, and then be consistent on that platform. So for example, most people that are seeking hypnotherapy typically are 30 and up. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at a platform, Snapchat, it's a bunch of teenagers on there. So you wouldn't go on Snapchat posting videos, information about your services, information about your niche on there, because those people are more than likely not to purchase your products and services. So when you do your market research and say, my ideal clients are on Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is, start with that one platform and begin to deliver value and content to your target audience. So when they think of that niche, right, that area, they'll think of you and reach out to you to book your products or services or workshops or whatever it is you're offering. So that's really the key, recognizing that it's imperative to be on social media nowadays and choose the one medium where your audience is.
Awesome. And, to, support and continue your point, what I think is great that you mentioned, just like you are niching down on a, subject or, particular area of expertise, like you said, Selena, on Snapchat or TikTok, it's like I look at TikTok like, what the heck is this, or Snapchat for that matter. It's like, where do I press? How do what is this, right? And on the other hand, Facebook is, a good platform for me, or YouTube, again, it's a great platform for me. So like you said, if your audience is from a certain age group, then you go for them where they reside. And that's TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever that is. Now, from your experience, what is, or what are like top 3 ways to get yourself, or let me change this question. So of all the different ways that you can post on social media, what do you suggest would have the biggest impact?
Well, I would definitely say consider social media as building a community. You want to build a community around your topic, your subject, your niche around you, and cultivate that community with valuable content. So say, for example, if your niche is weight loss, maybe you'll research articles on the latest trends or tools or strategies for weight loss, whether that's intermittent fasting, whether that's the Mediterranean diet, whatever it is, start to give valuable content on that. Okay. And that can be postings, that can be live videos, that can be interviewing experts on weight loss, whatever it is that you decide, start providing valuable content. And then I would say also be consistent with your content. It's really important. Now, you don't have to go every day, but you definitely don't want to post every 3 or 4 months because people will forget about you.
Yeah.
So you want to be consistent. Okay, so choose the platform, deliver valuable content, be consistent. And I would also, and Eugene knows this, live video. I would really start to get confident with live video. Live video, that's the most viewed content right now across social media. So
Yeah.
learn how to do live video and get really comfortable and confident speaking into the camera, giving value to your audience via live video. And I'd like you to expound on that with the live video, because you were the first person that encouraged me to go live about 4 years ago.
Yeah. And look at you, it changed your life.
So talk about that more, Eugene.
Yeah, well, I will talk in my own presentation. I don't want to take your time with the presentation, but totally, like, actually, just a short notice here. 4 years ago, live video had actually on Facebook had an algorithm of its own and had 6 times more views than all of the other posts combined, types of posts. Now that's not the case anymore today, because so many people are doing live videos today. And what I would suggest for people who want to get more noticed is, post on your Facebook or on your personal page or personal profile. But if you use your business on Facebook, if you're just gonna make a video and put it there, it's just gonna flop instantly unless you actually promote, put some money behind it. Now, it doesn't have to be a lot of money, but like $5 or whatever, but put some money behind it, to get it spread to a lot of people. I did have a video, like I think it was a 30 seconds video, and this is so important. It's a video actually got from LinkedIn. So there was a video with this tiny girl who was trying to get on a pony. So she was struggling. She was trying to get up. She couldn't. She was trying to get up. She couldn't. So I got this video, and then I made this little text saying, a lot of people can can give up, try again, fail, try again, fail, and then give up. And the essence of success, as you know, Selena, is who is successful. What is to be successful? Getting up one extra time versus how many times you fell. You can fail 15 times, but if you got up 16th time and you didn't fall, you still, that's success right there. So she was trying, she actually tried 17 times until she got on that pony. That video in like a few days got about, I don't know, 150,000 comments and likes, and one is like, what is that? That was my experience of a viral post right there. It's tremendous. A lot of comments and posts and so on. But that it didn't come from my first post. It didn't come from my second. I posted hundreds of times on my page on Facebook. So and it wasn't even a live video, right? It was just a video post. So for sure, live video is an amazing way of getting attraction and traction. Now, when people do video or live video, what would you suggest? Like, should they be like just a talking head? Should they make it more interactive? Should it be information? Should it be lingering and blah 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 and just waiting to deliver information? What would be like the key ideas from your perspective, Selena?
I would say experiment and split test. Just like you said, right? You said you put hundreds of videos and this was the one that went viral. So, and you've done hundreds of videos where it was just you, whether it was interviews, whether it's that viral video, whatever it is, whether it's educational videos. Test, test, test. And when you see certain videos getting the comments, getting the traction, getting the likes, That's what your audience wants, and begin to make more of those. The market will tell you what they want to see or what they deem funny or valuable or newsworthy,
Yeah.
right? But you won't know that until you just get in the arena and experiment.
Yeah. So it's trial and error, fail, 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 fail until you get it right, right?
Keep moving is what I say. Keep moving and testing. Keep moving and producing, testing, and being consistent. So you can say every week I do a video, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever it is. But be consistent. Put yourself out there. Connect with an audience. Build a community, right? Build up your tribe. If you are providing value to people, they will want to be in your tribe.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, what other ways would you recommend for people to grow? What about like collaboration, working with others?
Yeah, I'm a big, huge fan of collaboration, and collaboration also means leverage. So most of you know that I started the HypnoBiz conferences, right? And I feel like I collaborate with all the speakers. If I have 20 speakers, I have 30 speakers. I'm providing a platform for them to deliver value to the audience. Yeah. So hundreds or thousands of people are watching around the world, getting to know these new speakers for the first time. The speakers are providing value. Also, the speakers are promoting the event to their audience, their email list, their social media. So that's collaboration. You will reach your goals a lot faster with collaboration than you doing it on your own. I'm a person that does not believe in competition. Focus on what you're doing. Your community will be drawn to you and what you have to offer. And the collaboration is the key. It's not competition. Get that out of your head. Never think of
no, but if I Selena,
I see it as collaboration. What are you offering and bringing to the table? And your people will be attracted to you. And the people that are attracted to the other people will be attracted to them.
Yeah. And I've seen this so many times. That's why I was trying to cut in over it, but you're, strong going. Now, what I've seen so many times is like, oh, but I don't want to collaborate with that guy or with that girl or promote that business or that product or that whatever, because they're gonna steal my audience. They're gonna take my people. It's my people. They're gonna take him away or her away. My 2 people from my audience, they're gonna go over there and not gonna buy from me anymore.
I would definitely say that's small-minded thinking. Think bigger. If you're worried about that, then I just feel like it's going to be hard to be successful. If you look at some of the most successful people in any industry, not even hypnotherapy, just in general, you see people collaborating, merging, right? I believe Sprint just merged with T-Mobile. Here in the United States. They're like conglomerates. They're not like, oh no, they're gonna take our, no, they're merging. It's like, let's pool all our talents and resources together and make something even bigger. So if you're thinking about someone stealing your 2 clients or 2 contact lists, I'm here to tell you, you're thinking small and it's time to think bigger. Right now, Eugene is collaborating with me. I'm offering you value on this video, some tools and techniques that I know that work really well to grow your business. He's going to share that with you. I'm going to mail my list about this event. It's collaboration. It's a win-win for everyone. It's not a zero-sum game. So, for example, I'm collaborating with Eugene. Down the road, when I do an event, I'll ask Eugene to be a speaker at my event. And you see, it just keeps paying it forward. It just keeps going round and round and round.
Awesome. Yeah. So I consider myself invited.
Absolutely. You've spoken at my event before.
I know. So I'm paying it back now.
There you have it. There you have it. Think
Absolutely.
bigger, people.
Absolutely. Now, of when we are talking about working with other people, um, what are the different ways which you found that are profitable for everybody, for all parties involved? End user, organizer, partnership, sponsor. What are the different types of collaboration that you found useful? Because some people say, well, I don't have an event, I'm not a big company, I'm just starting up, I'm just new in the business. How can I collaborate with someone, because nobody's gonna look at me because I'm just a small guy or girl? How what do you have, what suggestions do you have for these situations?
You can collaborate in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be a convention or a conference or a virtual summit or anything like that. You can collaborate doing an interview series. I know, Eugene, before you were doing this, you were doing the Mentors in Hypnosis, where you had an interview series where you interviewed the top hypnotherapists, NLP practitioners, and you gave value to your audience. That's a way of collaborating. Or you can bring in a guest trainer to do a workshop for your audience, or vice versa. You can offer your services to do a workshop for someone else's audience. So there are a myriad of ways where you can collaborate, whether you have an audience or if someone else has an audience, right? You can go
Yeah.
on a podcast and share your expertise in hypnotherapy to a business podcast or a wellness podcast or something like that. That's collaborating as well. Getting your name out there, providing value to that person's audience, and that is a win-win.
Awesome. So let me go back to working with clients. Now, some people started working with clients in real, in like physical, so to speak. Some had difficulties in going and moving their business to online, because they're like, oh, but I need to see the person in front of me, I need to see their reactions, I need to see their body, how they move and shift and change and so on, or I need to see their hands and stuff like that. So how what are the different other ways in which you can still counter for this when doing the session online? Like, do you do like a full body video, or do you do it, can you do sessions without a video? How what is your experience with this?
Absolutely. You can do both or either or. I remember before Zoom became as popular as it is, I started Empower Hypnosis Wellness Centers in New York City in 2008. And, Zoom wasn't popping back then. A lot of people were using Skype back then.
Yeah.
And there were times where I couldn't make it to the office. So I would do phone sessions. I would do Skype sessions. And I didn't see, sometimes whether it was a phone session, I didn't see the person. Sometimes it was on Skype when I could see the person.
Yeah.
Know that your client, they're getting the results from your suggestions, right? Because that's what hypnotherapy is. You're suggesting to the client, whether consciously or subconsciously, you're suggesting to them and showing them another version of themselves that have already overcome the issue or achieving their goals or whatever it is. And you can do that with voice. You don't always have to see the person. Now the world is used to Zoom. I mean, the people say, we know who's behind this pandemic. It's Zoom.
Yeah, exactly.
Now most people are comfortable with Zoom. So your clients will either see you on Zoom or do the phone session, and it's totally fine. Break down those barriers in your mind, because it's all a belief system that your clients won't be comfortable. How can I do it? I don't know how to do it, this one or that one. That's your limiting belief system. And you want to break that down first and allow yourself to provide value to people.
Excellent. So Selena, where can people get more from you? Where can they learn from you? How can they get in touch with you?
They can go to HypnoBiz.com. We have some valuable resources for therapists as far as online trainings, things like that, memberships. They can email me directly at Selena@HypnoBiz.com. I'd love to connect with you.
Awesome. Fantastic. So everybody, you know what you have to do right now. You get in touch with Selena. She is rocking the house when it comes to business, especially to online business, but not only. So what I suggest you do now, of course, go ahead and check out her website. But most importantly, take your notes. I got my book here with my notes. Take your notes and share your notes, if you will, with us in the Facebook group. Let us know what are the most important ideas that you got from this presentation. Share your information with us. We'll also share our information with you, meaning our ideas. And in this way, we'll continue the process of learning and sharing and gaining much more information and value from this summit. So go ahead, share your notes with us in the Facebook group, and then take a quick break. And of course, go and check out Selena's website, and hopefully, also go ahead and contact her. Maybe you can get some more information from her or learn from her directly. So I'll see you in the next presentation. I'll see you in the next day. Stay close.